The following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, The Money Masters. Now, your Money Masters, Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes.
Welcome to the Money Masters Show, folks. I'm your co-host, Steve Rhodes. Tom is on his way up to Boston doing an event tonight for the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund. And if you haven't had a chance to check out the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund, there is a white paper on the front page of TFNN, the bull market in Florida housing. Go ahead and check out that white paper. There's some links inside that newsletter, as well as over on the right-hand side of the homepage of TFNN, where you can get some additional information on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund. You can always call Kathleen at our office, our headquarters here. Tom will be up in the Boston area today. I know he's got some other trips planned out for San Jose and Colorado in the upcoming weeks. And, folks, it is a great place to learn about being able to put some weak assets, buy low and sell high. If that's what it's all about, which it is, then you want to certainly take a look at real estate opportunities out there. But let's go take a look at these markets, see what opportunities, see what the markets here are doing this morning. Our call-in number, 877-927-6648. You've got the Dow up 134 points right now. The S&P's up 11. The composite up 29. Russell 2000 up 6.5 points. The New York Stock Exchange up 61 points. The NDX 100 up 27. That's up 1%. You got the NDX and the Dow fighting to be the leader in the clubhouse. The transport's up 0.5%, up 23 points right now. You've got King Dollar down only 17 ticks. Gold up 40 cents. No big shake there. Up 17 at 17.19. Silver up 6 pennies right now. So you've got gold and silver not moving. Light sweet crude not moving either. Flat up 16 cents over across the board. Germany certainly ending Oktoberfest. Of course, I don't know if it ends. It is November 1st. Hard to believe. But let's assume it is the end. They're having a nice party out there. Up $75. That's up over 1%. The FTSE up over 1%. Over in Asia last night, also all green. It'll be a green day here in the U.S. If it's not a green day, that will really be a telling story. I do expect it'll be green. You had the Shanghai up 37 points, almost 2%, 1.7%. Hang Seng up 0.8%, and the Nikkei somewhat flat, up 18 points, up 0.2% out there. Let's go start off with the ETF indexes and see what is going on out here. Let's take a look at where the battleground is. And the battleground, we're going to start here with the Dow Diamonds. Up about a little over 1% here this morning. Dow Diamonds trading out right now 132.03. The Dow Diamonds, the line drawn in the sand here, the Dow Diamonds are going to try to go repair that little open window, that gap down from October 22nd. The low there, 132.04. You're at 132.04 right now. You can see that is the battleground in the battleground states of the Dow Diamonds out here. You get a close above 132.04. It will have repaired that window, and that will be setting up a move higher. Where? Well, in the case of the Dow, certainly could travel back to the top of its range. If we take a look at, this thing has been traveling in a sideways range. Really, if you come take a look at, I'll draw the lines on my chart here across the screen. You can always watch us on Tiger TV. Maybe you're listening on a radio station, one of the networks that carries us, or you're listening on your mobile device. We absolutely appreciate that. You can always catch an archive of this show on Channel 10. And if we take a look at the black line that I just drew across the screen, that's really the low of the horizontal trading range out there. Let's go take a look at the upper portion of that range. I'm going to simply draw this line here across. That would take us in right in about this area. So you can see really traveling in a sideways box. If you get the Dow Diamonds today, close above 132.04, they will have repaired that window. That means it no longer will be an area of resistance. The next area of resistance, quite frankly, not until you get up to the swing point, or not until you get up the high of October 19th. You have a little bit of a gap there. The high of that is 134.80. It's really that next swing point where it's gunning towards the low there, 135. So you can see just a small little window, and the diamonds would need to have its repair satchel so that it can repair that window as well. But it looks to me like that's where it's headed, in towards that 135 range. Of course, that means that that's assuming we get a close above 132.04 today. That is in the Dow Diamonds. Let's go take a look at the other ETFs, see what kind of repair work needs to be done out there. Let's take a look at the SPYs. So if we take a look at the SPYs, you've got 500 equities here out there repairing its broken window. That window here, which has been tested and was a resistance level, now being pierced today. That means on the SPYs, if you get a close above 142.28, the SPYs will have repaired that window. No longer will that be an area of resistance. The SPYs right now trading out at 142.56 out there. Where will the SPYs head to? Well, they'll head probably to a couple of areas. Let's take a look at the descending, small little descending tops line here. As you see me draw that line across the screen in black, that's where it will head to. That means it will head towards the price level of the October 18th swing point, the low 145.33 into the 146-ish range. I would say it's probably that trend line that will be the area where we'll have to really pay attention as to what is going on out there. That's in the SPYs. So the SPYs seems to have, they're just in the installation mode of repairing that open window down there. Looks like the consumer confidence, the numbers are out, hits a 4-year high with construction spending expanding in September. So some more good news. And we're going to take a look at Ford. Ford's going to be important because simply from the standpoint of understanding a market and how it consumes bad news out there. Because in the case of Ford, it was up yesterday, big time, wide price spread, accelerated volume, confirming an A to B equals CD up. Yet this morning, out with news that car sales, I think it might have been I can't recall if it was just last month or September or the quarter. Regardless, though, the news was car sales in the case of Ford was up 0.4%. They were expecting 3.5%. In a bullish phase of any kind of market, what will it do with bad news? It'll consume it. So we're going to go see whether or not. So that's going to be telling, because so far that's the real big piece of bad news that is out there. The SPYs again here repairing the window work, taking out an area of resistance. You do need a close above 142.28. You don't get a close above 142.28. That will send the SPYs back down to the bottom of the range here, which is really what we're talking about, where it really was stopped in this price, which happens to be the September 5th area, right around 140.63. I don't suspect that's what's going to happen, but we'll see. A lot of time left in the trading session. Let's go take a look at the other ETFs. Let's take a look at the small caps. The IWM has some work to do before it gets up to repair its window. The top of that is going to be 82.88. It's trading 82.31. The window that it needs to repair is the gap down from October the 18th. The low there, 83.45, 31 million shares. The swing point looks like, let's see, the high there is 84.15. You've got 84.15 on both those candles. So let's take the higher volume bar. That's really going to be the bar from October 17th. You'd like to see the small caps come in and repair that window with more than 35 million shares. That would then set up the small caps trying to run up to maybe to the top of its range. However, if we take a look at some resistance points, we just identified one, and you're going to see that the small caps are going to run into this descending tops line here that was established coming off of the September 14th level. That high, 89.96. Your next touch point is going to be the October 5th, 85.25 level. So you can see that the IWM, the small caps, as they get up to try to repair those windows, they're going to run into a little bit of resistance out there. That's what you're looking for. You are looking for the SPYs to get above, or you're looking for them. And I don't know if it'll do it today, but what you're looking for is really the October 18th date, 83.45, where it gives you that next piece of information. Let's round this out and go take a look at the Qs. The Qs have been the weak link in this market here. They have pulled the market down. The market will not move up without the Qs. The Qs trading at the top of their session right now, 65.64. The actual high so far, 65.68. So trading towards its session highs. The Qs coming down and testing and repairing the support level, quite frankly, which happened to be the open gap from August the 2nd. The high there was 65.02. The area was tested, and you finally got it closed yesterday at 64.95. That window there is repaired. That is no longer an area of support. You do have the market moving up, but that, to me, that window no longer. That will actually right now, we will put that line. That'll disappear from my screen because that is no longer an area of support. So we'll see now. You've got a nice candle today in the Qs. You've got a gap up above even the high. Let's see, the high yesterday, 65.39. The Qs open up this morning, 65.32. Very close. So that's a very bullish signal out there inside the Qs. That's what you want to see if you are trying to place a bounce, or if you're bullish, or it's not what you want to see if you are in the bearish camp out there. If we do take a look at the what is moving in the market, you do have Apple. Let's go take a look at Apple. It is up a couple bucks and change. Yesterday having a day of equilibrium, a day of where Apple was a little bit lost. Looks like it has found its legs again today. Yesterday was a doji candle after making a 1 to 1.618 A to B equals CD down. I'm going to go ahead and erase that off of the screen here. And if we take a look at Apple, we just simply come off of the most recent trend line. That's off of the low of May 18th, that low 528.66. Your next low out here for that trend line is going to be the low of July 25th. 570 is that price point. You can see you broke through that. When you break a trend line, it is normal to go back up and retest it. With the leaves not falling off the tree, apparently in Apple, it is not totally fall just yet. If you do get it close above, I would say yesterday's open 590. I say the close 595.32 on Apple. That's giving you your signal that Apple wants to go up and it wants to test the bottom of that trend line. What will that do? That will put some juice in the marketplace, which is what it is that we're seeing here right now. So that is the expectation. You did have Apple gave us another signal yesterday. I sent out a intraday alert to my clients as the markets, as the Dow was down about 55 points. I showed them some divergence in the marketplace, specifically on Apple. And in fact, folks, you actually want to understand that if you go ahead and you can sign up for my service. You can have it for 30 days for free. Go to yesterday's intraday alert. That will give you, and then today's newsletter, because we went long today, and it was based on really utilizing the same set of tools. These are tools that you absolutely can learn out there. You don't have to know your ABCs, just simply a set of tools out there that help you to identify divergence in the marketplace. Well, yesterday, as the market was down 55 points, we saw divergence in Apple. It looked like it wanted to bounce. We were going to go long Apple yesterday if it formed a hammer candle. It did not do that. It had a day of ambivalence, but this morning in the futures marketplace gave us some signals. Time to go ahead and test the waters and go ahead and add a long position in the marketplace. 877-927-6648. Would absolutely love to hear from you. Hear how your day's going. We've got the Dow up 147, S&P's up 13. We'll be right back.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Wealth Management. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportions of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what an asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Wealth Management financial advisor can do for you. Call Angela O'Brien, First Vice President and Financial Planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Wealth Management, LLC. Member SIPC.
with the launch of Tiger TV. TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Ken Shreve, David White, Larry Pesavento, Victor Jones, or Carol Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing.
You've always taken the long view when it comes to investing, but what if there's an opportunity right under your nose? What if you could be more responsive to market trends to seek to boost your portfolio performance right now while seeking to reduce your overall risk? At Direction Funds, we connect investors with alternative strategies that seek to maximize their returns. Smart investors deserve smart alternatives. Find yours at directionfunds.com. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risk charges, and expenses of Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Funds. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact the Direction Funds at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen, live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den, absolutely free, for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
Millionaires are made every day. The fact is, living your dreams is possible. Someone, somewhere is going to get rich. My recommendation is, let that be you. Each day, someone is making the decision to better themselves and creating a plan to fulfill their financial dreams. Let that be you. The key to turning dreams into reality is to take massive action. Let that be you. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of the Money Master Show with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN, and I can help you with your journey to great wealth. I'll show you how to create the ultimate financial edge, a set of tools, insights, and strategies that are part of my daily newsletter service, Mastering Probability. You'll have direct access to me by phone, email, and my private library of trading and investing secrets for 30 days with an unconditional money-back guarantee. I'll take your trading to the next level. Click on my name, Steve Rhodes, on the homepage at TFNN.com and turn your dreams into reality. Mastering Probability, folks. Let that be you.
This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks, and we have a winner. We forgot it in the first hour, so we're going to do two this hour. A winner in our Great Panther Silver giveaway. It is Norman in Temperance, Michigan. Congratulations to you, Norman, for playing the Great Panther Silver giveaway game. Folks, you can get in on the action as well. Just go to the homepage at TFNN.com. We're giving away a half ounce of silver every hour. Today, tomorrow, it's going to be 1 full ounce of silver, so you still have time to get in there. Temperance, Michigan, being in the southeastern part, almost close to Toledo out there. So again, Norman, thank you for going and taking the time out to put your name in, and this is an incredible coin. Just simply, I don't know if it's the bar or the coin that we're sending to you, but just simply absolutely gorgeous out there. Now, as we were in the first segment of the show, we were taking a look at, or mentioned I wanted to come back and take a look at Ford. Why? Because Ford had a heck of a run yesterday, took out a B point with volume. Let me just refresh my screen here, make sure we've got the most accurate data. And there we go as we take a look at it. And Ford simply having a little bit of bad news this morning. Their car sales up only 0.4% versus 3.5%. We want to see if this news here gets consumed by the bulls out there. So we'll continue to pay attention to Ford, more so towards the end of the day. If we do take a look at the daily chart on Ford, it has confirmed an A to B equals CD up here. That A point is the low of August the 2nd. Your B point is the September 19th level. The 1-to-1 A to B equals CD on Ford would take you into the 11.55. I believe 12.05 is really where it wants to head. Trading out at 11.02 right now. Don't chase this thing. Instead, wait to see if, because it's going to run into a little bit of resistance here, most certainly at the April 27th low, $11.52. So that's their 1-to-1 A to B equals CD. But watch for Ford to pull back. Might be giving you a nice opportunity. Let's go to Bruce in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Bruce, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you today?
I'm fine, Steve. I want to have you look at a Canadian stock for me. We went to its swing point recently, and just kind of interested in what your interpretation of the.
And this is so it's not, the ticker symbol's not PEY?
It's PEY, right?
Okay, the Power Shares ETF Trust?
No, that's the U.S.
You know what? I don't, on this computer system here, I don't have the Canadian exchange that I can pull up. I apologize for that. Well, I tell you what, do me a favor. Send me an email, steve@tfnn.com.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll see if I can pull something up for you.
All right, thank you.
All right, anything else that you wanted to look at?
I don't know if you've gone over gold yet this morning. I haven't listened to the whole show this morning.
No, I haven't. Are you in gold? Looking to get in gold? Tell me what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm in gold. I mean, I have long-term positions and always looking to when to go back in and add new positions.
Great. If we take a look at gold here, so you've got the market moving up. If we take a look at the U.S. dollar index is down, not really that much, only down about 3 ticks right now. Gold relatively flat. If you're, I like it. It looks to me like gold may still want to have some work to the downside, which is going to be kind of weird for the market and for folks out there, because I can actually make a case where we'll see gold pull back, even regardless of what the dollar does, and the stock market actually move higher. So what I would do, if you're looking for a place to add, one of the areas that I would take a look at, I don't know if you use moving averages or not, but right now, if it can take out the 20-day moving average, that would be the level of 1729.70. That would be a place where I would take a look at adding to gold. What gold did was it got into a little bit of an oversold condition as it was moving down back into the $1,700 range. And in order to work that off, it has to either move sideways, which it did here for a period of 4 or 5 days, or move slightly higher. So we haven't seen any real strength here in gold, and I would be just a little bit patient. I would either pay a higher price because it proved itself to you, or wait for it to pull back a little bit further. Okay?
All right, thank you, Steve.
Okay, you bet. Thanks. You bet. Thanks for calling. So let's go take a look at. Let's continue taking a look at the markets. Let's go take a look at ExxonMobil. They were out with earnings today. And so let's go, doing roughly about $10 billion or so in profits. That is a beautiful thing. So let's go take a look at ExxonMobil. They're having a good day out here. They also announced a stock buyback of about $5 billion, maybe up to $5 billion, while this thing is trading at its highs. So that's not a real good long-term sign. I mean, if you were going to be buying back stock, wouldn't you be buying it back at lower prices, maybe $76? Maybe $67? Why at $92 when you are up near your highs? In fact, we put this thing on a monthly chart here. You can see you're really up at your all-time highs, and they're buying back stock. Something to think about. 877-927-6648. We'll be right back.
You've heard Tom O'Brien on the air, and you've seen him on Tiger TV, as well as being featured as a regular CNBC guest and contributor, and now you can have access to his expert trading advice each morning through his daily trading newsletter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, gives traders, investors, and money managers a thorough strategy for trading stocks, options, and indices every market day. Market Insights comes out each market day before 9:30 a.m. and provides traders with Tom's daily commentary, opinion, and specific trade recommendations on the markets. Using advanced Fibonacci methods, volume indicators, Gartley patterns, candlestick charting, gaps, and market timing, Market Insights will give you specific trade recommendations including entry, stop, and exit prices. The summer is over and traders are back. Get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. If you're an investor looking for a great weekly investment newsletter, then now is the perfect time to try out Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Every Tuesday, Ken breaks down multiple sectors in his weekly newsletter, Ultimate Growth Stocks, with a full in-depth report including specific trading recommendations within his model portfolio, charts, sector analysis, upcoming economic data, along with intra-week trading updates on newsletter positions whenever the market dictates. Right now, you can receive a full month, that's 30 days, to evaluate Ken's newsletter free of charge to see if it fits your trading plan. At less than $75 per month, Ken provides you with his expert trading advice that can pay for itself in no time. Take advantage of this great offer by signing up for a 30-day free trial to Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks today. Don't let this offer pass you by. Visit the front page of TFNN.com and sign up now. TFNN and Great Panther Silver have teamed up for another exciting silver giveaway. The Great Panther Silver Halloween giveaway will be taking place at the end of October, and for 3 full days, we'll be giving away silver coins and bars every hour from 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. to one lucky winner randomly chosen. There's no purchase necessary. For more information and to fill out your registration form today, simply visit the front page of TFNN.com where you'll find all the details. October 29th, 30th, and 31st, we'll choose one lucky winner that will receive a silver coin or bar courtesy of Great Panther Silver. Winners will be announced live on the air each hour for 3 full days. Don't miss out on this great opportunity to win free silver from TFNN and Great Panther Silver. Register today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com, and for more information on Great Panther Silver, you can click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex, symbol GPL, or on the Toronto Stock Exchange, symbol GPR. In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We've got the Dow up 138 points right now. S&P's up 13. The composite up 34. Russell up 8 points. Russell now getting into the game, up just a little over 1% here. The New York Stock Exchange up 0.9%. And we've got another winner in our Great Panther Silver giveaway. It is Brian from York, Pennsylvania. And we've got Brian on the line with us. Congratulations, Brian.
All right. Thank you, sir.
You bet. You bet. Thanks for playing in our Great Panther Silver giveaway. Now, how long did it take you to sign up for that program?
Oh, a couple of seconds.
Couple of seconds, and he's got a beautiful, this is going to be a beautiful half ounce. I don't know if it's going to be the round coin or it is the bar, but just simply a brilliant coin, and we appreciate you listening, playing. And how long have you been a listener at TFNN?
For about 2 years.
Oh, great. How did you find us? How did you locate us?
Just through the internet.
Oh, that's great. Well, thanks so much for it. Now, do you listen to us on your computer, your mobile device, watch us on Tiger TV, all of the above?
All the above.
Oh, that's great. Now, you're in York, Pennsylvania. You must have taken on some of that, the heat of the storm here. Sandy.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. We had a flooded basement, but
okay.
Besides that, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, and what were the winds like coming through there?
A couple gusts, about 50 mile an hour.
Okay, and how about, just in your general area? Everybody has electricity, the trees are up and everything?
Yep.
Oh, that's great. Well, I'm glad to hear that. As long as you're on the line, is there any stocks or ETFs, anything that you trade you want me to take a look at for you?
TZA.
TZA, okay. So you are short the small caps?
That is correct.
Okay. So let's go take a look at the IWM out here. First, we'll take a look at the Russell 2000 index. I'll pull that up as soon as I can locate that. So we take a look at the Russell 2000. One of the things that I'll show you here on the chart that you need to be paying, what you need to be looking for, what you wanted to see in the Russell, was you wanted to see it take out a hammer candle that showed up here on the 23rd of October in order to have been short. Right now, what the Russell 2000 wants to do is run up towards the top of this trend line. So it is going to test the gap that was left open from October 19th on the Russell 2000. That's 832.44. If we go see what the TZA number is here, let me ask you, do you have a stop in place?
No, but I check it every day, so
okay, all right.
I know when to get out.
Okay, so right now this gap down, you should get a little bit of support here, I suppose. It's made a 1.272 expansion, but let me. We're taking a look at the daily chart. Let me get this off of the screen here, and let me refresh this. So we take a look at the TZA. There we go. Okay, now okay. So the TZA. What I would be doing, you don't have a stop in place. What you want to see it do today is you don't want to see it close inside the October 18th bar. That level, the high there is 1479. That's got 20 million shares. So far today, this thing has 8 million shares and really just over an hour of trading. So it's got volume as it's moving back. It first has to break the October 19th low, 1509. Hasn't done that yet. So you've got a little bit of a gap up, just trying to correlate that to the Russell 2000, the IWM. But if this does close inside and it breaks it and it repairs that little gap up, that little window on October 18th, closes inside 1479, it very likely will run for the swing point low, which is $13.35 to $13.90 from September 14th. So you've got to measure kind of the heat that's in there. My expectation is that we're going to see a run in the markets through next Tuesday or Wednesday. Tomorrow you might see a little bit of a pullback, as we often do on Jobs Friday. If the market responds positively to Jobs Friday yesterday, then you need to really be careful with the TZA trade.
Gotcha.
Because 75% of the time, the market will pull back on Jobs Friday out there. And if it doesn't, that is telling you there's really more energy left in this bag here, in the markets moving higher, which will put some real pressure on your TZA trade. Okay?
All right, great.
Hey, you bet. And congratulations again, Brian, and thanks so much for listening. That's Brian from York, Pennsylvania, our latest winner in the Great Panther Great Panther Silver giveaway. And just like Brian, folks, he said it just took a couple of seconds to sign up. That's all it takes. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and get in on this action. Speaking of action, we're taking a look at the markets here. Let's go take a look, peek around the world here. You've got the DAX here up towards its session highs. The DAX here wants to move all the way back up to the top of its trading range. That's after yesterday making it back to the 0.618 level, moving down just a bit, and today rejecting lower price entirely. So the DAX is on its way into the 73.89, 74, 40-ish range. If we take a look at the FTSE, let's look at the FTSE because that is also strong here this morning. The FTSE engulfing the entire body of yesterday's trading session. Of course, the FTSE really has been traveling in a sideways range, much like our markets here. In fact, if we go take a look at the indexes out here, the number you want to be paying attention to on the Dow is going to be 13,213. The Dow right now at 13,241. Why? 13,213. Give me one moment here, and we'll pull up the Dow Jones because it has been forming a very, very, did I say very? It's been forming a very powerful bottoming pattern here, and that pattern here having nothing more than 4 days of sideways movement. This is creating a very, very strong, did I say very? A very strong morning star pattern candle formation that is out there. This is not the morning star kind of candle pattern formation that you would see in a textbook. So this is Steve's textbook out here, but this is one you want to make sure that you understand. Last time you saw a similar pattern happened all the way back here at the June 4th lows. You had 2 days of sideways trading. This one is actually even more textbook because each of these trading sessions really very close to being underneath the close of October 23rd. This candle here closing halfway into this bar here on the October 23rd, and the halfway into the bar would be about 13,213. That's why I gave you the number. Would create that morning star candle formation named after none other than Oda Nobunaga, one of the great generals back in the 1600s in Japan, and that is because it's called the Three Rivers candle, just simply because when you are in battle, especially back in those days, the rivers, waterways, were your areas of resistance or support, really support, if you will. In this case here, setting up a very strong level. So you get what that says is any time that the market, the Dow now closes below 13,039, you can play a momentum play to the downside, because that would set up the Dow traveling down to the swing point of July 24th out there, 12,521. What you really want to understand, folks, you want to understand the message of the marketplace, and there's nothing better than understanding what the candles are communicating to you, because that's what the market is doing. You want to be able to step back and receive the information. You can come into it with whatever viewpoint you want. I do that each and every morning, and then I step back and say, okay, what is it that you're communicating to me? There is a course that I did. It's a one-day. It's about 6 hours. It's called Candlestick Silent Signals. It's archived. You can have it for 30 days. In addition, you get 1 month of my newsletter service out there. And what it will do is it will shortcut all of the educational materials and stuff that's out there on the Internet and truly teach you what it is that you need to know and how to be able to analyze these candles. Because if you're trading, I don't care what level of trade, if you're new, it's where you would start. And if you are experienced and you haven't spent time trying to understand candlestick charts out there, you just absolutely want to do it. If you trade options or futures, my goodness, you need to do it, because that is where you are just simply going to be in currency. You're going to be able to save yourself a ton of money. So go to the homepage of TFNN.com. What you will see is take a look at my name. Just to the left, it says The Trader's Edge. That's the show that I kick off for TFNN each and every morning at 9 o'clock. And I will take you to the page. You can sign up for that workshop. And then there's a buying and selling the D point. Those are the two. You put those two together, folks, and you've got everything that you need, plus other tools that I show you inside there. So check that out on the homepage of TFNN.com. Again, the number here on the Dow, you get a close above 13,213, a very bullish candle configuration out there. And let's go take a look at the other indexes. Let's take a look at the New York Stock Exchange. Why the New York Stock Exchange? Because that is truly the breadth of the marketplace out here. So if we take a look at the New York Stock Exchange, we're going to take a look at this open window still out there. That means very strong support at the level of the September 6th high. That is 8160.56. That level was tested. That level has not been, that means that the window has not been repaired, and by not being repaired, that's a positive from a bullish standpoint. We're now seeing the 9-day exponential moving average tick up. If your 9-day closes above the 18, that will be your next bullish signal out here. I do expect that what we will see here is the New York Stock Exchange. What it has done is this morning here, you've got a little gap down from October 22nd. The low there, 82.6658. That was the low. The high of the next trading session was 82.5288. So you've got a little bit of a window out there, a little bit of a gap. That should have held as resistance. It has not. That window now being repaired, that no longer is going to be an area of resistance. The next area of resistance here on the New York Stock Exchange is really going to be coming up to the swing point of October 18th. The low of that swing point, 84.17. That would be another 112-point move. The high of that swing point is up at 84.70. I suspect that is where the New York Stock Exchange wants to head to. And so, if you are short in the marketplace, be careful, because all of these levels of resistance are being ticked off and taken out one day at a time. And I didn't mean ticked off as in mad. I mean ticked off as it is no longer going to be out there. Of course, you got to wait to see how the market closes here today. If we go take a look at the S&P 500, as soon as I can find that, you do see the transportation's up at the top of its trading range here now. That is another positive out here. So you've got the S&P 500, quite frankly, making the same candle configuration that we took a look at on the Dow. So this also, and this is already through the halfway point of the down candle from October 23rd, really powerful candle configuration. What does that mean? It means the markets are going to move up through the week after Election Day, coming into the new moon. Today is a lunar phase. It is apogee. That is when the moon is furthest from us. That coming in at 11:30, right during the midpoint of Basil Chapman's show. Basil will be up next from 11 to 12. Then we go to Larry Pesavento, 12 to 1, Daryl Martin 1 to 2, David White 2 to 3, Ken Shreve from 3 to 4, and the Tom O'Brien show from 4 to 6. Let's go take a look at some of these stocks here that are popping and dropping. You got MasterCard now in the lead, up $12 and change. I believe it was Visa that was out with earnings yesterday. Let me see here. MasterCard, I don't show them being out with earnings, but let's go take a look at the stock chart and see what it is doing. MA is the ticker symbol. If we go pull that up, again, up a nice 2.7% here this morning. So up with, had some nice volume in this yesterday. So let's go see what MasterCard is going to do. MasterCard is going to come attack the swing point high. Its most recent swing point high is October 17th. That level, 479.16 up to 486. 724,000 shares are up there. You did 1.2 million shares yesterday. So it's got some juice as it's moving up thus far today, 318,000 shares in the first hour and 15 minutes of trading. That would say it's going to have more volume straight lined than yesterday as it comes into 724,000 shares. So you've got MasterCard trying to take out heading towards a swing point high and heading towards it with volume out there. You know, if you just, let me see here, was there a little gap out here? Let's see. I'm looking at July 31st, the low, 433.16, 432.99. There most certainly was. So let's take a look at this here. It's just a decent example here of an area that should be support or resistance. In this case here, resistance. And when those areas are taken out, you know, folks, you don't necessarily always have to catch a trade from a turn. You know, like this morning here, we went long in the newsletter based on some indicators I use. And I teach you how to, I don't just give you the trade, I teach you how to do that. That's what my newsletter service is really all about. It's about being able to teach you how to be able to do these things on your own as opposed to just giving you the trade. So we took a trade this morning based on some indicators that are easy to learn, some tools that you can put on your trading platform for sure. When we take a look at these gaps up and down, they're important areas to be paying attention to. This case here, if we take a look at MasterCard, I think there was a gap. Let me make sure again. 433.16 and 432.99. Okay, so there was a gap out there. It was a 17-cent gap. A gap is a gap, period, and it's very important. That's this red line going across my screen on the chart. You can see how this area held as resistance. So gap down here on the August the 1st time frame. Did volume of 2.1 million shares. Then it proceeded to move a little bit lower into the August 7th time frame. Gets down to 422.85. Volume lightens up a bit, 1.2 million shares. Moves sideways. But when it first tries to take on and move higher, where does it get up to? It gets up towards that gap, August 14th, gets up to a high, 433.15, doesn't close that gap, just simply tests it, moves lower. That was an area of resistance. The last time that was tested here was as you were coming into September 6th and September 7th. As soon as that area got taken out, that, folks, could have been a momentum trade if you were looking to add to your position if you're already in MasterCard. 877-927-6648. Dow's up 172 right now. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to tfnn.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
In just December of last year, the price of gold was down over 10%. In today's highly volatile gold market, you need someone in your corner that understands the complex relationships that exist within the price of gold, as well as within a variety of gold equities. Whether it's the South African gold miners and knowing how the rand-dollar relationship will affect their bottom line, or understanding how John Paulson's $5 billion trade in the GLD can move the market, Tom O'Brien gives you the direction you need to become a better trader each week in his newsletter, The Gold Report. With over 20 individual equities covered and almost another 20 on the potential watch list each week, in addition to covering the XAU, HUI, GLD, and dollar, The Gold Report is a great source for any trader that is looking to be diversified in today's volatile gold market. For your 30-day free trial to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report, log on to TFNN.com today. Don't miss out on this great offer. Act now. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Let me tell you something, folks. I have people coming up to me saying, I just can't believe the amount of work that Steve does on his newsletter. And I says, I absolutely agree.
That is a recent clip from the Money Masters show that Tom and I do each day at TFNN. My newsletter service, Mastering Probability, is much, much more than a newsletter. Yes, it's outperformed the S&P 500 by 100% during the last 15 months. But more importantly, it's an extraordinary education, a roadmap for your success. And it's yours risk-free for the next 30 days. Just go to the homepage of TFNN.com and click on my name, Steve Rhodes, and then Mastering Probability, because everyone needs a success strategy. For most, it's a competitive edge, the will to win, the drive to overcome any obstacle. Whatever you call it, winners find a way. Find your way to Mastering Probability today, because your journey to extraordinary rewards is just one click away.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks, to the Money Masters, and definitely stay tuned as far as what we can expect here for the day. Expect the markets to be green. Now, things have, on an intraday basis, gotten to pretty healthy overbought conditions, so I would expect to see the market start to either just kind of travel sideways here for maybe an hour or so, maybe pull back a bit just to work off that condition, and then move higher, probably finish towards its session highs at the end of the day. But, if you start to see the market pull back here, it's pulling back here because it's got to unwind that rubber band just a bit. You've got the Dow up 163 points and the S&P up 14. The composite up 40 points. Composite leading the charge on the way up right now, up 1 3/10%. You got Apple also joining in, up $5 and change. Let's go all the way up to Minneapolis to our man Jim. Jim, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you today?
Hey, Steve. We're off to the races today. It looks like a little bit in some of these names.
We absolutely are. And one of those off to the races is the stock that you want to take a look at, which is Rentec, I believe. Is that right? RTK?
Yeah, Rentec. Well, we talked about it before. I've owned it for since in the high ones. But
well, congratulations to you. It's up at 276 right now.
Yeah, one of their subsidiaries, they own 60% of bought another company, but. Wondering where kind of price projection, if you're to look at this thing on a chart, what the tell is for you.
Okay. Well, what it's done today is it's completed a 1 to 1.618 A to B equals CD. The exact price point, and here with the A point on this, folks, is coming off of the candle. Looks like pretty much a pretty nice hammer candle on June 15th. The low there, $1.60. That was your A point. Your B point on this was the July 17th swing point high, 218. And when it pulled back with only about a 0.382 retracement, July 25th, that was telling you that this thing was really trending higher and had some nice energy, and it got down to a low of 186. So the 1 to 1.618 A to B equals CD would be about $2.80. What it actually got to so far intraday, $2.79. Can you tell me how that works?
Yeah.
On a stock that's, in essence, that's a $2.75 stock. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but how does it do that within a penny? So it's accomplished that task while also achieving the level of getting towards being a little bit overbought. Now, that doesn't mean that what you would do here is maybe, I don't know if this is a long-term holding, what your trading strategy is here. So I'd have to, my thoughts would have to be tailored around that. So are you looking at this as more of a longer, because the bears haven't shown up, that's for sure.
Yeah, I do a little, trim around the edges for some, take a little off, and then if it pulls back, you add a little bit, try to trade around the core position. But yeah, definitely it's a longer term.
Okay, so because there's no reason at this stage to do anything other than stay in this equity. Now, it's also making a 100% move of a swing point on the weekly chart going back to August 8th, 2008, 888. Oh, are those good fortune numbers or bad fortune numbers in the Chinese numerology? But the price point there is 275. You're at 275 right now. So it does suggest it's a possibility, and the volume there was 12 million shares, which was a pretty, let me see, what's it done here? Well, this week, this week you're going to have to do some math on it because with the market only being open. But it's running into an area where it should see some form of agitation. Would you do any trimming on this? You'd have to go down to an intraday chart, maybe a 10-minute chart. But the stock looks really good. I just say it's achieved an overbought status. It should move sideways and work its way off. But I don't see any reason here to get out just yet. No bears have really shown up in this equity.
Yeah, they're dumping fertilizer on this one, that's for sure.
Great. Hey, thanks so much for calling. We've got the show is going to end here, but always great to hear your voice, and folks, always good to hear from you as well. Have a wonderful, fantastic, even though it's Thursday, a terrific Thursday out there. Stay tuned. Basil Chapman is up next. I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock when I kick things off for TFNN. Take care, folks.